All right, not sure if I'm live or not because don't look like the other computer over here is showing that I'm live. So, if anybody who's listening, you could tell me if the video is going and stuff like that. I appreciate it. You could tell me you can hear the sound of my voice. I would appreciate it too. Okay. So, oh, okay. Is the video going? Can y'all hear me? What it like it popped up now? Okay, so I guess I'm live. Am I live? Am I live? Hey, Roller so you say you can't hear me? Oh, okay. I just making sure. Maybe this computer over here just slow, and I think it is just slow. It's an old computer, so I guess it takes time for it to catch up to do things or whatnot. Okay. Good to see you. How you doing? Good afternoon. Good to see you. All right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, so I am like, all right, cool. I was wondering. Okay, cool. So, all right, guys. I really need to just share this out. Not too heavy like I usually would do. I just want to come over here and give you a quick update on this story real quick. So, you got a few moments. Lend me your ears, please. All right. Um, First of all, if y'all haven't, man, go check out that community post. Because I'm a kind of somewhat like connected to what I'm talking about now. And I see quite a few of y'all has voiced your opinion about the community post that I put up, and it was about a woman walking around Walmart asking people, asking people she needs help with buying some baby formula or whatnot. And I just thought that just odd, that somebody, if you don't have money or don't have enough money, why would you go to a shopping store walking around asking folks to help you to buy baby formula? Why would you go to the store, period? But I guess, it's all some people probably look at it, it's all about a hustle. I don't know. Me personally, like I said, one part of me, I kind of felt bad for the girl, but another part of me was saying that was trifling. That is real trifling. Then of course the third part of me was like, where's your baby daddy at? You know, I mean, you don't have no family, you don't have anybody who will help you out that you would get up and go to a Walmart or a grocery store asking people to help you buy stuff for your baby. I'm just like, what do y'all be thinking? What do you be doing? If you can't afford a child, why even have it? But somebody made a point on the community post. They said, Chris, it might have been a hustle. And the hustle is, and I guess people do this, if you give them the money to buy the formula, they would make it seem like everything is good. But then they'd come back and return the formula and get the money. I didn't think about that. I didn't know people do that. I guess people do that. I didn't think about that till I saw Spicy Cotton come in section saying what she said. They would get that. I guess people would get that. Make it seem like it's all good. Make sure the person who helped them out leave or they out of sight. And they will come back and return the baby formula to get the money back. Genius. That is genius. I mean, I can't knock that. That's genius. But again, still trifling, but genius. All right? So Spicy Kai said in the comments section, which was a good idea. She said if she helped anybody buy some baby formula, she could open the plastic cap, take the foil off, put the cap back on, give it back to them. That's genius too. Because you're not finna scam me out of my money. So I just didn't get that, and then like I said, the guys in the army uniform, they came in. Then when I passed the lady again, everybody was over there by the baby formula, so I guess she asked the guys in the army uniform for help with getting the milk, and I guess they got it for her. I just like, I don't know what's going on in this era. I don't get it. Maybe I need to be a woman to understand. I don't know, but I just, something you just be like, you just doing too much, okay? But hey, teach his own. Teach his own. All right, teach his own. Anyway, though, let's get into this. All right. I don't know how many of y'all remember me doing this story about the young fella by the name of Noah Bush, who was 8 years old, and it was a 10 and 11-year-old that lured him down to a construction area, and they supposed to have pushed him in the water, and he held his face down, and the boy died. And the law enforcement at first thought it was no foul play, but the mom was being vigilant to go find out what really happened, because she said her son even like water like that, so she knew something was wrong, and her due diligence paid off, and she got the truth of what really happened. And of course, like I always tell y'all, the parents ain't gonna never snitch on the siblings. They're gonna always make it seem like either they didn't do it or they're gonna water it down as it is not that bad as what it may seem. Okay, so now I have the update today that the 10 and 11-year-old, listen to what I'm saying, the 10 and 11-year-old who did this to the 8-year-old has been charged, and it has been sentenced to 2 years. And they say this is the maximum they could give to somebody that young is 2 years. So, I don't want to come in here and let y'all hear this, because, again, this is ridiculous. A 10 and 11-year-old will have the mindset to do this to anybody, period. But I tell y'all, we're in the era now, man. Do not underestimate these children. These children is raw, they rough, and they dangerous. All right? So listen to what's going on here.
Bush finally comes to light. WJCL 22 News' AJ Sisson is in Wayne County with more details on the trial of an 11-year-old boy, his confession, and how he's being sentenced.
Noah Bush was an 8-year-old who thought he was hanging out with friends on May 15th. The next day, he was found dead in a body of water on the northern end of Wayne County. On Thursday, we learned his death was not an accident.
We just left the most heart-wrenching hearing that I think I've been a part of in my practice.
For 3 months, Demise Bush, along with family and community, fought for the truth behind her son Noah's death.
More than anything else, just that the truth be told. From the very beginning, all this mother wanted was the truth.
In May, Wayne County Sheriff Chuck Mosley ruled Noah's death had no foul play. Demise knew that was not right, since Noah did not like water. On Thursday, one of 2 children involved in his death admitted to what truly happened in that clay pit in the middle of nowhere.
This 11-year-old admitted under oath that he, in fact, led Noah Bush down to the clay pits, pushed him into the water, and ultimately held his head under that water until he drowned.
I want y'all to hear that. This is an 11-year-old confessing to what he did to another child. This is an 11-year-old, okay?
The 11-year-old and the other child, a 10-year-old, for concealing his death, are both
The other child is 10-year-old.
serving 2-year maximum confinements, the max sentence a juvenile can receive in Georgia.
My baby was 8 years old with a full life ahead of him. And 2 years is what the state of Georgia calls justice for an entire life that's lost.
However, the Bush family and the lawyers from the Davis Bozeman Johnson Law Group are not stopping in their fight for justice.
This is not the end. That the adults who were involved, who helped mislead this family, must be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law as well.
A hearing for potential damages owed to the Bush family is set for 30 days from Thursday. We'll keep you updated on air and online at WJCL.com as more information is released. In Jessup, AJ Sisson, WJCL 22 News.
Wow, y'all heard that. Very devastating. Again, this is a 10 and 11-year-old that had the mindset to lure an 8-year-old down to a clay pool and push him in the water and drown him, okay? Now, y'all heard the story I just told earlier about the girl who was walking around asking people to help her buy baby formula and this, that, and the third, right? And I told you how I'm going to try to connect it to this or whatnot. And here's how I'm going to try to connect it. All right. We have always said over here that children mimics what they grow up to see. Like, even though her child may be young and probably don't know nothing right now, but this is a continuous behavior that the mom does. What do you think the child's going to learn when they grow up? They going to learn to go into the store where they don't have any money and begin begging customers as they come by to ask them to buy X, Y, and Z. All right, that's a continuous behavior that she does, which probably it is. I don't know. All right, I don't think it's the first time that she done it. She probably done it several times before, but I don't know the woman. But if it's a continuous behavior and the child grows up to see her do this, the child gonna mimic what the mom has done. All right. So now take that what I said and connect this to what we're talking about right here. These two boys who did it to the 8-year-old, there's something that's going on in their environment, all right, in their house, home, whatever you want to call it, that has triggered them to learn this kind of behavior. When I found out one of the children was white, I don't know both of them was white, but one of them was white, I said, okay, well, this going to take the story probably in a different direction that one of the children was white. They did this, So it makes me think that in the home of the white child, there may be some form of racism, and the way that the parents may talk around the child, what do you think it's going to do? It influence their mind to be like, hey, okay, I hate these type of people or whatnot, Now, again, guys, when I speak like this, don't take what I'm saying as true, what I'm saying? Just speculation. It's just speculation. But I'm probably somewhere near the truth in that. All right. So whatever is going on at home, or whatever the parents been talking about at home, it rubs off on the children to where the children will have the mindset, okay, then, well, since my mom and my dad talk like that freely around me, and this is what they teaching me, so I'm going to go out and do what I do, all right, with no remorse, no kind of conscience or anything. And I know these two going to have my back when I do it because, hey, this is the way they talk around me. This is the behavior that they show me. And this is what they have taught me, to hate the other kind that's not like me. So whenever I get mad at one of these particular children, I'm going to find some way to get them back, even if it's killing them. Right? Y'all follow me so far? Even if it means killing them. If they make me mad enough, I'm going to act out of what my mom and my dad has taught me, because they have talked like this and act like this around me for as long as I have lived. Which in turn tells me that it's okay to be like this. All right? But what has happened is the mom and the dad, if they have talked around their children like that, for some reason they do not talk to them about what's the consequences when they perform these actions. What's going to happen when you do it. All right? And it seems like none of these parents do this. You talk foul and so nasty around each other, but you never talk about what happens when you perform the acts and what a lingering effect that it may have on you, not only as a child, but for your everlasting life. Because something like this, even though they're 10 and 11, you can't just really wash this away. It's going to be with you forever because this is what you have done. At 10 and 11 years old, this is what you have done. So now another factor they may have to play in this too is that if they grow up and find somebody who they like or a female they find attractive, and if they want to have a child by that female, she may be hesitant to do it. Because if you had the mindset to kill somebody like that young back then, what you going to do to our children when you get upset with our children? What are you going to do to them? All right? All right? And again, I had to thank the mom for being the way that she was and finding out the truth. And this is why I preach. If you feel something is wrong, it don't cost nothing to investigate it. Even if you think the child is lying, it costs nothing to investigate the situation. when you investigate the situation, you get your own truth of what might happen. You go get the exact truth of what happened, in which what this mom did for her child. She got the exact truth of what happened, and it cost her nothing but heartache and pain. Now that she know the truth, because she knew that accident, it just didn't sound right. Something more had happened. All right, so I give her props for that. But now here's the question. I believe I asked this question when I first hit this story. So when Noah left the house that particular day, who was at the house? All right, who was looking after him? Or was anybody at the house at home? Do y'all keep an eye on who he's hanging around with? And do y'all keep an eye on how far the way he goes? All right? There would be a $1 million question for me. Who was at the house with Noah at that particular day and when he left? And did anybody bother to check and see who he left with and in which direction that they went? That would probably be my only question to her. You know, who was at the house? And under whose supervision was he under to leave so freely like that and nobody knew where he was? That'll be my only question about that. All right. Am I wrong for asking that question? I think a lot of people probably like to know that too. You know, whose supervision was he under, and was anybody having a hawk eye or where they was going? All right. So that'll be my only question to her as pertaining to this story. Okay. So guys, this is my take on this. You know, hey, you know, I think this right here needs to happen often when these kids want to act grown, they want to do grown stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let them face the consequences of them acting grown. All right. They got to learn somehow, some way, and stop having folks holding their hands up because they young. Folks still holding their hands, like the boy who killed his mom. How he got this big support, and this young man killed his mom. You know, which is still outstanding to me. You know, people still advocate for him to get out, go here and go there. Man, this man killed his mom. Man, y'all just really just totally ignoring the fact what he did to his mom. And like I said, the dad tried to get him. You know, I'm like, Dad, saying to the dad, he gonna do the same thing to you. All right, and then plus he didn't have no reason for killing his mom. He gonna do the same thing to the dad. So I mean, he right where he need to be. You know, so it's coming time now. Look, y'all gotta stop holding these children hand, man. Show them tough love, like we got it when we grew up. Show them tough love, and I guarantee you, they will learn just like we learn. Tough love, ain't nothing wrong with it. You just showing them, hey, this is what you do when you feel like you grown and you feel like you do what you want to do. Here's what you're gonna face when you do it. I'm gonna let you have it. All right, okay. All right, so y'all hear me? Y'all still hear me? Everybody, you know, ain't nobody saying nothing, so we good? Okay, y'all still hear me? The video still playing? Are we good? Y'all heard me? Anybody? Anything I say y'all disagree with, anything like that? I mean, talk to me. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Somebody talk to me. Hey, we good? Anything I say y'all disagree with, talk to me. Okay. All right. Anyway, guys, thank y'all for listening. This is my take on this story. Hey, as always, let me know what's your take on it. I'm your man, Chris Torrance, and hey, I'll catch y'all next time. Thank you for listening.